Yeah.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with Things. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to watch all our videos and keep up with the content for good pro wrestling conversations, rankings, and interviews of all sorts. Today, we have a very, very special guest. I'm excited to pick his brain. Part of the family. You know, we're out here always building and collabing. This guy, it only took me one time to share a stream with him to tell that he has a good wrestling mind and he's objective and he has good analysis. And man, he's a YouTuber. He's also, man, he got the body of a wrestler himself, man. This guy's like the Black Hulk, man. Cordell Watts is in the building. Cordell, let the people know where to find you.
Thank you guys for having me first and foremost. I'm super appreciative. You guys can find me on YouTube, Cordell Watts TV. The Watts TV is one word. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and all of that at CWattsNYC and TikTok as well. I do TikTok sometimes.
Word. That's good to know. Y'all go ahead and check out the content. And like I said, subscribe at Wrestling with Things. We about to talk about WWE and TNA's partnership and how that might impact a certain other wrestling company and a certain AEW wrestler that's rumored to be coming back to WWE. You ain't gonna want to miss it. But let's get right into it. Guys, this report's going on in multiple pro wrestling platforms in the internet streets that are saying, this WWE TNA partnerships, one of the ploys and plot in this is WWE wants to make TNA the second best company to outshine AEW. Y'all think that's one of WWE's missions? And if so, should AEW be worried? Let's keep it real today. Who wants to go up? Cordell, we'll let you go since you're the guest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's see. Go.
So I'm thinking right now, as far as this partnership with TNA goes, I do think that there's some validity to that because I feel like what they're doing, to be petty, is they're sending their, for lack of better terms, like, yeah, it's a partnership per se, but you could kind of tell that WWE be little broing TNA an awful lot, like even down to the point where you have two NXT superstars holding TNA championships for long periods of time, which I like. The idea is cool because it gives those TNA fans a taste of like what it really feels like as far as like the big stage, because TNA is big, but it definitely, it's been up and down. Like it dwindled
Yes.
over the last couple of years. Like, it'll have high points, but then it'll have low points. But where they at right now is just where they've been at for a little while, and but they have been overselling and putting asses in seats lately because of the partnership. But long story short, I do feel like this is a situation where the WWE is sending their lackeys at AEW because there's been, I don't know if it's confirmed, but they're saying that TNA is about to start competing with
On
AEW on
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
Yeah,
That's true.
I think that's something that might be in the works. Yeah, for real.
And see, with that
I heard of
happening,
that too. Yeah.
you can see where they're going with it. Like, oh, all right, you can't even play with us. Like, we're up here. We're at the epicenter. There's not a lot of companies that can get to this. We got 50 years of all of this. We are monopolizing everything. But if you feel like you want to compete with something that looks like us a little bit, all right, here, face TNA. You know what I'm saying? And Tony Khan, he set himself up for failure in a lot of ways already because instead of going for the big fish and going after the biggest dog in the yard, they went after NXT and they was happy with beating NXT in ratings instead of just saying fuck it, let's rely on our product and let's go against SmackDown. Let's go against Raw. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? In the ratings, if you really tough about it, he's like, oh well, we beat NXT, and that was before NXT really started, like um, um becoming a third brand. Like I feel like NXT started, feeling more like a third brand recently. Like they tried to do it in 2019 and it was working a little bit, but then it just kind of the pandemic just took all of the momentum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think those are some excellent points. And I honestly think you're right. Like he wanted to brag about beating NXT, but the crazy part is a lot of weeks he lost to NXT as well. So it just shows where he set Dynamite at such a low bar to begin with, like you said, instead of going after the main shows. But Sammy, jump in. What do you think about the long-term plan? It's looking like TNA's about to compete with AEW Dynamite. And I'm also seeing reports that there's a clause in this partnership that WWE, if TNA's to sell, got first dibs on buying it. So that's another monkey wrench in that,
Mhm.
if that's true, and I wouldn't doubt it. But what do you think, Sammy?
So this whole move makes me want to quote the last part of Tupac, "Hit 'Em Up," right? I'm too big for y'all, so I'm gonna let my little homie ride on you. You know what's right? That's you beat you bit made you know what's. That's exactly what's going on, right? WWE knows what Raw and SmackDown. You're never gonna reach this, right? You had 6 years to reach this, and you didn't. Since 2019 to now, you couldn't reach SmackDown, you couldn't reach Raw. So we're gonna let TNA finish you off. Because Dave, remember, wasn't they the first ones to call TNA and see if TNA can help?
Yeah, I think they did actually have a brief.
AEW was
They
the
had a
first
brief
one. They
partnership.
were the
Yeah.
they were, yeah, they were the first ones to call them up and be like, "Hey, I need some help." And what did TNA get from that? They didn't get nothing.
No.
So
Nah.
now WWE is going to use them, and we're just going to dismantle this. I think within the next few years, I don't know about you guys, but AEW will be dismantled.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
tough.
don't I don't I don't know.
That's tough.
I don't know about y'all.
Listen,
I'm ready to see the funeral. I'm ready to
let's.
buy a suit
yo,
and everything.
yo, I knew this shit was gonna go like this. This is why I'm
Ah.
excited for this.
You
Yo,
know what I'm saying?
that's
I'm ready
something.
to get my
That's something
tie,
to think
my
about.
coat, my Cartiers. I'm ready to I'm ready to get my
Listen,
shades, everything.
listen. I don't want
It's
that to
over.
happen.
Four
I
to
don't
five,
want.
David, it's over.
Nah,
In four
I
to
don't
five,
want
it's
that to.
over.
I
I
don't
don't want
want that
AEW
to
to oil. I'm
happen.
not gonna lie.
I don't want that to happen, but I could see it happening.
It's not a pot. It's not off the table though.
It's not
Like
off the table. It's really not, because think about it. And let's not
Hey,
say
I say 4 to 5,
and
guys.
think about it. Everybody wants to say WWE's little bro now. I could see why you would say that, because Kirk Williams is TNA champ and all that. But let's be honest, TNA has not been popping like this in a while. WWE's helping get eyeballs
Yeah.
on them as well. What I was saying is, like, everybody, it's easy to say that WWE's little brun TNA, but I don't see it like that. TNA's benefiting a lot too. The TNA Knockouts champion Jordan Grace, when she was champion, came in Royal Rumble. Mickey James, when she was in TNA, came in the Royal Rumble. Let's not disregard TNA's actually popping again. Yesterday on SmackDown, they were in TNA with the Motor City Machine Guns in the ring. So the brand TNA's kind of been revived a little bit. And I honestly
Yeah, but
do,
Dave,
and I honestly do think at some point a TNA wrestler's gonna win an NXT title. So you know what I'm saying? I do think TNA's benefiting from this, and WWE's not little brun them completely. But you were saying,
yeah,
Sammy?
but Dave, before we give it back to C, right? Why wasn't people keeping the same energy when AEW was calling TNA?
Real talk, because AEW was making all their
This
stars
is the
beat.
stuff that pisses me off. This is the stuff that pisses me off. They try something, it don't work. WWE tries something, it works, and now they switch the narrative.
Yeah. It
mm,
is true though.
I,
It messes me up, bro. You guys tried the same thing.
it just
We
didn't
saw
work.
you.
Just didn't work.
Yeah. and they still kind of try the same thing with Japan to a certain extent, and it still doesn't work.
It's just not working. It's just not working. They did. I mentioned it the last stream we was all on. Sasha Banks has 8 different belts on her waist.
She got 9 now.
Now, see,
don't work.
She got 9 now.
She got 9 now. She wants
some other shit now.
Too. Yeah. That's I don't know what they're getting at with this. With the whole, like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it, but that at the same time I don't, because it's like, all right, if she's challenging for the championship at another promotion, you already know she's gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too predictable. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my gripe with the entire thing. Like, it's cool to see, because I'm happy for her and I'm happy that she's finding her stride and she's better on herself. But at the same time, it's like, it's getting corny, because how many more championships is she gonna win, and how much more predictable is it gonna be? That's my thing.
How will you benefit in the rest of the divisions and all the women's divisions in these companies by having her hold these titles hostage?
And that's what I was going with, Dave. That's where I was gonna go with it. See, don't you think that's just burying the rest of the roster?
Yeah.
And everybody else that she has to work with.
It's like, damn, she ain't that good. I mean, she's good, but
she's not that good. Yeah. Like, she have 8 different trophies on you.
She's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never gonna not say that she's good, but there are a few people that are better than her. You know what I'm saying? And it just kind of like you said, it takes the focus away from the rest of the division, because I mean, if you look at that AEW women's division, you like the main people that you can like point out off rip without even, having a conversation or anything like that is literally Mercedes, Toni Storm, and I think Athena right now. You know what I'm saying? Those is like the main 3 that you can like off top be like, oh, yo, yeah, those are the AEW division, the girls in the AEW division. Yeah, they nice. Yeah, they cool. But the rest of them, it's like you have trouble sticking to the plot. They have so much trouble sticking to the plot that there's a lot of people such as like Queen Aminata that's not really getting like, that could find her stride if they just book her correctly. Yeah. But if you focusing on just these 3 people, you know what I'm saying? How the hell are the rest of the division going to get good? You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Statlander, she lost a lot of momentum. Willow Nightingale is losing a little momentum too. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even really she's in matches consistently, but it's like you have 3 people that you care about the most, and it makes like the rest of them just feel like they're lower tier.
Irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a fact, dog. But I want to go a step further. This is an atomic bomb by WWE. It's not just TNA that they're bringing up and shining a light on them. It sounds crazy, but they did just buy AAA. Look how relevant AAA is being. AAA, it has a machine behind it, and it's kind of a double whammy of AAA and TNA, because I don't know a lot of AAA wrestlers, but I see the audience reacting to these guys. They're feeling these guys, like Mr. Iguana, that gimmicky guy. Like they're feeling these guys. So I can't even hate, man. So it's gonna be a tough road ahead for AEW. I wouldn't be surprised if they get so knocked out of the competition that they don't get another television deal. Like that is a possibility.
Truthfully,
get your funeral suit. Get
it ready. I can't wait till Black Couch Booking hears this shit.
I see with TNA.
Get it ready. See, I'm telling you right now. Get yourself tailored.
Look, when it comes to this AEW stuff, I don't know if it'll die per se, but they're definitely going to be booking smaller venues soon.
Yeah,
they're going to be booking smaller venues for sure, because like I think
they already booking smaller venues.
Yep. So that's where I think it's going. They're going with it, because I feel like they need more of an intimate type of setting now, because they tried the 10,000 plus seats and
they're
whatnot.
Not ready for that.
They don't got it in them yet. You know what I'm saying? They don't really got like a guy that's going to put them over the top.
When they be showing it?
Yeah. That's
you see the camera footage?
It'd be mad empty. It'd be mad empty and tarped off.
Yeah, it's be mad empty seats. I'm not gonna hold you.
Come
Like
on, man.
I like AEW, but they don't have the star power. They don't have like
Yeah,
that
that's
one
real
guy that's gonna
talk.
put them
I
over the
want to
top.
like them more. I
Mm-hmm.
like them casually, but
I
they don't
disagree,
got
guys.
stars.
I disagree. I disagree. I just think that man doesn't know how to build one.
Yeah, Tony Khan's not a good booker. He's not made to book. He
He
should have
doesn't know how to
hired
build
a
one.
booker.
He
He
doesn't
should
know
have
how to
hired
build
a
one.
booker with experience.
And that's what Couch was trying to tell me last time, that you don't want people all up in your business, all up in your stuff. Well, listen, if you don't know how to do it, go get someone who
Go
does.
pay someone smarter than
That's
you that
business
knows how to do
101.
it. Yeah.
I agree.
That's what keeps most businessmen alive, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, because they're not going to be able to know everything off the top. So
Yeah.
go get wrestling guys who do. But he wants to be so cocky and arrogant and think, oh, no, I could just come out of nowhere and be the little engine who could. Well, you had 7 years to do it. You had Cody Rhodes. You had Dean Ambrose. You got MJF. You had CM Punk. You just didn't build them, any of them, the right way.
Yeah.
Not one.
You're not wrong.
Real talk. You had CM Punk and Cody Rhodes at one point. Like that's wild,
At the
bro.
same time.
And look how they're thriving now. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Like, look how everything that they've done since they've been back.
He should have been booking Cody Rhodes the same way WWE is.
Real talk.
But he did it, Dave.
Yeah, real talk.
But you know why,
Make him your hero.
But you know why they didn't
You
do
opened
that?
up the door with him. How disrespectful is that?
Yeah.
But you know why they didn't do that? Because he was getting that John Cena treatment before he even like won the AEW
that
World
mixed
title.
reaction. Yeah,
they was throwing his stuff back at him and whatnot, and
because
and then
AEW's fan base was ungrateful of Cody.
they didn't appreciate what they had. And it's like,
appreciate
if you want to run around and talk about how AEW is going to be the A show, you gotta like treat your stars as such, as if they are the A show, as if they're already at the top and they already beat WWE. And I'm talking Monday Night Raw. I'm talking SmackDown. I ain't talking about no NXT, because NXT and like Dave said, yo, NXT was beating their ass too a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just like a sure shot. Oh, AEW was going to kick their ass. Nah, like it wasn't one sided. It was not one sided at all.
It wasn't. Speaking of AEW, reports and rumors are swirling. He threw a TikTok up to put out some feelers. Chris Jericho's contract is ending soon. A lot of reports are saying there's mutual interest between WWE and Jericho. Listen, I tell Sam all the time, Cordell, I'm at the point where, look, even if the guy's not in his prime and a little old, you know, we don't have a lot of OGs left, and I want to appreciate the OGs that are left, like John Cena and Jericho and Goldberg. So I invite a Jericho return. What do you think a Jericho return? You think it would be good for WWE, and what could that look like?
So I'd be having my problems with WWE as well, and like the booking and how they go about certain things, because it just feels like they're just trying to catch moments. And
That's true.
since Triple H is trying to catch moments, you already know that this is probably something that's in the books. Like, don't be surprised if you see Chris Jericho come back at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
Don't be surprised. But here's my thing about that: he can come back, but we know we shouldn't be putting him in the world title picture, though. You know what I'm saying? Like we shouldn't be putting him.
Why not?
Because this is how I feel about this thing. Like, the same way I feel about CM Punk a little bit. Like, I don't want to see a bunch of gassed old dudes in main event spot matches. Like, y'all gassed by minute 5. And the match is supposed to be a 15-minute match. And I'm looking at these guys. I'm looking at CM Punk. He's like, eyes mad wide and whatnot. He tired and stuff like that. Like, CM Punk, to me, like, he's a star and he's pretty cold and whatnot. But I would rather see CM Punk going for the Intercontinental Championship so that he can elevate that title or the United States Championship, so that whoever takes that title off of him is automatically elevated. You know what I'm saying? And then, here and there you could throw him in some main event feuds for sure, but the World Heavyweight Championship, in the WWE Championship, they should be working on building new stars and not just one or two. You know what I'm saying? There's so many guys that they're trying to call up from NXT that get lost in the shuffle. So I feel like if they're going to bring Chris Jericho back, fuck it. Give him the Intercontinental Championship for the 10th time. You know what I'm saying? Give him the Intercontinental title for the 10th time, and then whoever takes that title off of him will be pretty much on his way to being a made man, Like, that's where I'm at. I don't want to see a world title reign from Chris Jericho in 2025, bro. I really don't.
Let me play devil's advocate.
I kind of do.
Would you like him? Would you like him in the role of maybe not winning the world title, but he's putting over the champions? Like if you put Jericho versus Cody Rhodes
Yeah.
right now, and he put over Cody Rhodes,
Yes.
would you buy him in that role, Cordell? Because
Yes.
I think that's the role that he's made for. Put over Cody Rhodes, put over Gunther, put over Seth Rollins. That's the role I think that's perfect for him.
Yeah.
And I think that's how you want to use your old stars.
Mm. I mean, he can still go in the ring, clearly. It's not like he can't, but it's just, that kind of hurts. That hurts the younger guys. Like, don't you think? I mean, yeah, but he's putting them over. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you're seeing Cody Rhodes go against the same five guys over and over. Like it's like or you're seeing Seth Rollins go against the same five guys over and over. For Seth Rollins, it's CM Punk, Roman Reigns, freaking whoever. But like basically, a lot of these guys that he's facing are almost out of the door. The same with Cody Rhodes, like Randy Orton, John Cena. All of these guys are almost out the door. Like I want to see Cody Rhodes mix it up with Obafemi, Carmelo Hayes. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Seth Rollins mix it up with let me see off the top, like Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, guys that's coming up from NXT. You know what I'm saying? Like the Solo Sokoas. We already seen Solo versus Cody a bunch of times, but like that was cool because it somewhat elevated Solo. Like that's what I want to see. Like I want to see Cody beat those guys and have good matches with them. Like I like the old guys too, but at the same time, that's what's crippling the WWE from doing other things. They relying on the older guys a little bit too much, if you ask me.
Well, wouldn't you consider Damian Priest and Gunther for newer stars? They made them.
Yeah, they are stars, but
Gunther is.
the same thing could be said about Damian Priest. He got another like 5 years like of being like in his prime, but at the same time he's 41. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying I'm not ageist. I'm not like going some get all these old guys out of here stuff. But like let's get some fresh faces in it, so that when it's time for these dudes to walk away, the new faces won't be unfamiliar. Like like I know who this person is, and I already knew that this person was on their radar. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. That's just how I feel.
I think I feel you 100. I feel you 100%. Go ahead, Sammy.
Rhodes right now, it's like the top baby faces, and then I think
Sami Zayn. I don't know if he's a 100% a top guy, but yeah, he is a top baby face there. Like
I think that's what they're kind of going at right now because I think what Black Couch said about LA Knight is true. He's not like a baby face. He's just like a little bit. He's an anti-hero.
He's a cool baby face kind of like.
Exactly. Yeah. So I felt like with that was the reason why they made that trade as well, because they don't have any like people like baby faces that's like somewhat like main event status that will get a big pop when they come out. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they can do that with a lot of people. Like they could do that with the if they split like Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford
That's
one
a
of
good
them
point.
guys could be a top baby face. You know, there's so many ways and avenues that they could go about it, but they gotta really just put their heads together and like look at their talent and look at what they're good at and what they're weak at and differentiate the two.
Facts. Yo, thanks for your patience with the technical difficulty. Sammy, I'm throwing it back to you about Jericho.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts on that?
yeah. Like I was gonna say before, if he comes looking ugly like a fat ass Dave, like how he was looking in AEW, then I kind of agree with C. Yeah, they should push him to the side and have him do more mid card activity. You know, try to boost up more of the guys that are right there close to that title main event level. But if he can actually come back looking a little better, looking a little apart, you know how he used to look, then I say yeah, let's let him mingle with the guys like Cody Rhodes, the guys like McIntyre, Gunther, all the top level guys. He don't have to win. He just got to look like he's gonna win.
You know what? I like that. I like the mixing up of Chris Jericho with the Cody Rhodes or Drew McIntyre, mainly because of the what you call it, the promos that could come out of it.
Real
Like
talk.
the
Right?
promos, like
Yeah.
AEW, and you know they you know how they do. Like they can hint at AEW, like oh, like
Yeah.
you ran from this or something like that, and oh, well, so did you. You know, and stuff like that. They
Yeah.
can like play off of a lot of things. Like there's so many like dream match implications that they can come up with for Chris Jericho coming back. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm all for Chris Jericho coming back. I'm not gonna hold you because I mean,
And not
go ahead.
not just that too. We all know he needed that Hall of Fame spot. There was no way he was gonna
Yeah,
end his wrestling
he it's
career.
probably he'll put it like this. I feel like if he comes, he's definitely going in the Hall of Fame next year.
There's
Yeah.
no
For
way he doesn't.
sure.
Yeah,
There's
he's
no way he
For
definitely
doesn't.
sure. That we
let it
all know
happen.
he needed to come back home and get that ring, David. He needed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. He's good. It's inevitable. You got to do it.
And he knows he wanted it too. He's trying to act all bullshitty, acting a couple months ago like, "Oh, I don't really care for it." You know, this is you want to be on that stage, Jericho. Let's
Yeah,
be
he
serious.
capping.
Yeah. Yo, they
He
stay
capping, bro. You
wrestlers
you
stay
want to be on that?
capping, bro.
Oh no,
Like,
no,
come
I'm
on, you
happy where
want
I'm at.
that ring, bro?
Yeah, yeah.
I remember him saying he wants to retire in AEW. He be capping,
You
bro.
capping,
They
bro.
be
You know you
capping.
don't want to retire with that bad business. And not only that, what type of graceful ending are they going to give you? WWE is actually going to give you a graceful ending where you feel special.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The what you call it, the Sting stuff was a mulligan on WWE's part, but like that doesn't always happen. You know, for the most part, most of the guys who do come back and they get into the Hall of Fame, it happens and it's a beautiful thing. And then they get them Legends contracts and stuff like that. He wants
Yeah.
a Legends contract, bro. Like all of that, like all these guys who be trying to cap, like Brian Danielson, it's like, bro, you stop it. Like
We know you're coming back. We
at
know you
some
coming
point,
back. Like we
at
know you coming back. You gonna be home, bro.
at some point he will be back in the like a lot of these guys that jump ship, they will be
Dean
back in
Ambrose
WWE at
too.
some
Dean
at,
Ambrose too.
I don't know about him. He's one guy
he's
that
a wild
Absolutely,
card.
Dave.
he's one guy that I really think really loves bleeding every week, really loves swearing every week. So he'll stay down with the ship. You know what I'm saying?
Dave, you crazy if you really think you're not gonna see Ham, Seth, and Roman in the ring ever
I
again.
don't think so.
Wow.
I don't know, man.
Only for a Hall of Fame, not in
Nah,
a match.
I think definitely before he's done.
I think they put the
Definitely.
show attire back on. They
It would
put
be
the
dope. It would be dope if they did a triple threat though somehow though.
they're
But
gonna throw the Shield attire back on at some point. It's not going to be for a while. It's not going to probably be until the tail end
maybe
of
a
their.
little one, maybe a one more run when they're older.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we'll see.
when they're all a little more up there in age. But I know for a fact we're gonna see it again, and he's gonna come take his Hall of Fame spot too.